Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today we're going to be going into the Warrens to fight the Swine King because, well, he has a very good trinket for me, the Mark of Pride for the Vessel. It's a very rare that gives plus 15 accuracy, 10% damage, and 4 crit for all of his melee skills. And, well, that's how I mainly use the Vessel. So, if I can find him here really quick, here's Ghost, Nail Strike, Piercing Slash, Lacerating Cyclone. All of those are, and Crippling Lunge are all melee skills, so a good portion of his kit is that way. And short of like his Crimson Court set, and even compared to his Crimson Court set, in my opinion, this is one of his better trinkets. The only better way of using it is only better trinket, I'm not sure I think I have. Yeah, I don't have it, but is the other part of the Crimson Court set. And if you have Tortureless on it, and you have a healer for him. So I'm going to go get that. I really want that. So I've been kind of toying around with groups. That's why my money is a little short, is because I was originally going to bring Killer and go and do a healless group to fight the Swine King, but then my judgment got the better of me, and I was going to bring Damien here, just as a backup if I absolutely need it, just because... 1, the Swine King can crit really hard, and 2, I might run into some mini bosses and junk like that. So we're gonna do that, and otherwise, so like I said, we're gonna be bringing Damien, who put the Whip of Domination on him, so he does extra damage versus bleeding, kind of offsetting the minus damage from the Resurrection Collar. Then he has plus bleeding chance, bleeding duration, because of the Whip of Domination. We're then going to have Rexy, our Trophy Hunter with Blade Master, and Tough, so another tank right up front. He also has Meticulous Striker, which is going to come into play later, and Musical for Stress. Then Biting Blade, so crit versus bleeding, Trifuricate for damage versus bleeding, and Bloody Ambition just to absolutely obliterate something. Then we have the Skeever's Javelins, just because Trifuricate already does so much damage, and this will help obliterate something, and the Bone Saw to do extra damage versus something bleeding, and put bleeding on something if I want to. Then taking Chillchuck out again. So he has the Hakutaku Splendor, so plus accuracy plus speed, so he's going to be going really fast as well. And he has the ability to put Mark on something, which remember, Meticulous Striker plus accuracy, then extra bleed chance versus Mark, extra bleeding amount versus Mark, Firm Jugular Shot, Blinding Knife for minus accuracy and plus bleed, and then Guide Attack. Now Guide Attack, if he does that, plus damage versus Marked, might come into play. And then he has Murder Humanities, plus bleed duration versus Marked, plus bleed amount versus bleeding, plus bleed chance versus bleeding. I think we're going to do good. And then we have Maverick the Bowman, who's probably going to hit level 5 here. He has Lithe, so plus a lot of dodge there. And then we're going to have him on bleeding arrows. He's going to have Sure Shot and Piercing Arrow. And then I actually took the kill out rather than limb snipe, so he's going to do a lot of damage the lower something's health gets. I put the Splinter Shaft Arrow on him, so plus bleed amount and plus bleed chance. And then I did get the Moon Oil Bowstring for him from the Color of Madness shop. That was one of the things I bought for the shards there. So on hit, other enemies plus bleed and blight amount received, and then on kill, other enemies plus 1 bleed and blight for 3 rounds. I'm not sure how that's going to play with piercing arrows, but if I take something out with, say, the kill or Sure Shot, other enemies get bleeded and blighted. So that's going to be the plan.
My first attempts at summoning were crude, and the results disappointing. I soon found, however, that the type and condition of the host's meat was a critical factor. The best results came from pigs, whose flesh is most like that of man.
And I think I've been saying this a lot recently, but fair warning once again, if my voice is off, I sound like I'm stuffed up like crazy. I am stuffed up like crazy, and my throat hurts like hell because of allergies right now. I don't know why I get so stuffed up when it starts to snow like the first few snows of the year. It's just a thing, but yeah, allergies suck.
A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
Actually, this is gonna sound weird, but it actually kind of feels like my throat is just cracked right now, but not much you can really do about it. So I think Chillchuck actually gets extra supply items when we lose. So I'm going to do most of that with him right now. That'll sell for extra if I need it.
If you value such things.
So I am going to go down to that secret room. And we know the boss is in that middle room right there because of there's no hallway there. Yay, Swine Chieftain. Let's bleed him. Then we're gonna mark him. Really? That's one you want guarding you? Okay. Bypass. Nah, we're gonna piercing arrow.
The ground quakes.
Got all of them. Good dodge there, Maverick. And then if I try Furicate, I'd probably take him out. But I don't want to go back into row 3 there. So let's just do Biting Blade.
Decimated. A dizzying blow to body and brain.
I don't see how that arm does that much damage, but it gets me every time. Alright, so we've marked him. Now I'm going to do jugular shots just so, or bleed chance versus mark and bleed him out versus mark. Then add in all of this. He's already bleeding too. So he's bleeding for 5. Now he's bleeding for 13. Now he's bleeding for 19. I don't think Ron's gonna help you there, buddy.
A death by inches.
Ron didn't help you.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
So I've been so tempted to go out of my way to get this for the Bowman a few times. This is essentially his Splinterwood shaft. This thing, except for it, instead of minus crit, it's minus speed. So we'll be taking that.
A burden of finery risks life and limb.
Then I'm going to take the Fragmentation Grenades for the Lawbringer, so plus accuracy. And then Ignis Ember, minus 25% damage, but it will cause bleeding, which I think is worth the trade-off. Beyond that, I would like some of this stuff, but what are we doing? You know what? Let's leave it, and then we can come back around if we need to. Chill.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
I'm gonna leave all those. Not gonna mess with them. Like I said, I will come back for some. I'll check it out, see if it's worth it. Yeah. If it was the grog or whatever, I was gonna use it, but I'll come back for some of those if they are viable after the Swine King there. So I definitely want these. What do we want to get rid of for it? Because I'm probably going to have food checks to there and there. You know what? Let's do this. Yeah, we can get rid of torches.
The promise of safety.
And then do that. That way I have the food as well for the feast. Then they can eat. Like I said, I thought I would have a food check there. I'm going to default party order just in case, and we're going to go in here. Then I'm going to oh. Yeah, I can camp in this room then. And we're going to use this. Take the food.
With loot.
And take that.
Low on supplies.
I guess I'm not going to take that. We're going to leave it. We're going to torch through this.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And we're going to firewood here.
Circle in the dark.
Eat until we're full.
Battle may yet be won.
I thought Maverick had a nighttime ambush thing too, but I guess not. So we're going to excellent hearing, because prevent nighttime ambush. I'm going to up our bleed. I don't think we really need to up our bleed chance, but I'm going to up. Now we'll see what else we got. Headhunter is going to be good for the crit. So I'm going to keep that in mind. What's your bleed chance? 130, 160. I don't think I need to up the bleed chance really. So I'm going to do attack lightly. What's your bleed chance here? It really depends upon how I set things up, I suppose. And then Rex can do Headhunter for the extra crit. And I guess we can get this down. I don't think anyone here can have an ambush or a nightmare.
In Radiance,
So,
may we find
boss time.
victory.
I don't think we're gonna find grog, but that's fine. Or the ale. Yeah, just the cocoon, which I'm gonna avoid. Yeah, he only has a 20 bleed resist on each. I'm not gonna hit Wilbur if I can avoid it.
And rage.
So we're gonna do Sure Shot first. Just because I think that does more damage, yeah? Slightly more. Oh, that stun is not gonna be good. I didn't want it on Chill Chuck. Then we're going to punish. Probably should have set up a regain there, but that's fine. Gonna get the Aegis there on Rex, and it also will give us a riposte, which will be nice. Ooh, 33. The 7 bleed there is also pretty good. Remember, this is Chose. It's not the normal Swine King, so I think the big thing there is a change to Wilbur. Like he gets the last squeal and things like that. I don't remember if he's more dangerous if I take Wilbur out. Bleed amount versus marked bleed chance. Yeah, let's just mark him for now. And then we'll continue just bleeding the heck out of him. If I do the kill, it's the same amount still. You know, I never changed bleeding arrows. So, this should bleed him now. And crit versus bleeding. And then we'll try Furicate next. I do need to heal Maverick.
Teetering on the brink.
Probably should have put that heal on him beforehand, but that's fine. Good resistance there. You're not gonna finish him. I made sure of that. Oh hell.
Survival is a tenuous proposition.
I guess you did finish him. Good on you. Jugular shot. That's why healing, like actual healing, is good. I was not expecting him to go that fast. He only has a speed of 1. Does he get a buff when he does finish him then? Interesting. So he's got 26 bleeding. Let's do jugular shot again here just because that mark. Let's get rid of this. I forgot to use the holy waters too. We're obviously not going to... I might go do that treasure room. Trying to think here. 34 bleed. Let's just continue on to the Swine King. Next round I might start going at Wilbur. Then he's going to do that, let's do this. That way I get my Aegis and at least one less person takes damage. 52 bleed. Wow. And that takes him out.
Horrible in death. Liquefaction cannot come
Okay.
soon enough.
Now Wilbur's gonna get 2 actions and has the ability to stun us, which is not great. We're gonna bleed him. That can stun.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
I'm kind of counting on the bleed right now. You little prick. There we go. Bleed takes him out. Last squeal. That should have been the last squeal. He got an attack at 0 and then gets his final squeal. Jeez. Okay, so we got the Swine King's crown. We're gonna take that. We're gonna get our stuff back for Maverick. We're gonna pop those. We're going to take the blueprint here. Definitely taking these.
As the light gains
Might as well take topical burning balm, but
made clear.
I don't really see too much of a use in that, personally. And I suppose we'll be on our way. Now, part of me wants to keep exploring just to get a little bit more loot, and the other part of me goes, I only have like 3 spaces to fill up. Let's go to the treasure room. Chuck can do this. I can always run away from this fight. I should probably run away from this fight. I really should. We're going to mark the brute. I can leave the Lich. So Lich is going to heal if I remember right. I need to heal Chuck and Damien. I don't remember what makes him so horrible. Bleed, cure, chance received. Oof. And we're gonna bloody ambition for that.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Alright, well there's a chunk of his health, and he's bleeding, so I can jugular shot him. I don't have my medicinal herbs anymore. Okay. So we are going to red seal and jugular shot again. Now he's bleeding for 10. I'm gonna bleed him for some more. 15. And we're going to biting blade to get in front. Now he goes down.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Now, I'm not sure what this does anymore, personally. But we're gonna find out. And we're probably not going to be bleeding the Lich. So, instead, what we're gonna be doing is upping damage on Rex. Really would like to try Furicate. I don't think that's gonna be a great idea. So we're just gonna biting blade for now. While I figure out what this does, because I've forgotten totally. Max HP, blight chance, and amount. Okay. Oh, that wasn't horrible. How bad's the blight though? How bad's that blight? Not great. I've gotten some luck finding like all of these mini bosses lately. There's my Trifuricate, it's down to 12. Damien's gonna need some more health, especially because that blight is gonna hurt like hell.
Breath from becoming unwound.
Okay, yeah, if I don't do this, he goes down. So, and unfortunately, this doesn't get rid of the blight. What can we do to damage? 2 to 3, 4 to 6, 4 to 6, and lower accuracy. Let's... 50% chance to lower accuracy. I mean, he doesn't really have eyes to go after. I think throwing dust or dirt in his eyes would have done more there personally. But there's the Lich down. Yay! Okay, we're not pushing that further.
A dizzying fall.
We're gonna put the key in this and take what I can. Okay, so take that, and yeah, we'll be on our way because I don't see anything else here I can really give up unless I give up money. Which, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, cool. That was not smart. Unfortunate about Maverick, but I think it's worth it for the Mark of Pride. 21,000 gold. Another blueprint, which is really good. Bunch of heirlooms. Maverick would have hit level 5. Rex did hit level 5. Chillchuck and Damien hit level 4. Mercurial doesn't really matter on Damien because he has his own thing. Farmstead Explorer on him. Rex got Warren's Explorer, which is actually not bad because Meticulous Striker doesn't really matter unless I have a very specific team set up. Chillchuck got Kawasaki's disease, which is plus damage received minus debuff resistance, and then Warren's Scrounger, which, considering his scouting thing, is actually really good if I send him into the Warrens.
I see something.
I'm really tempted to go do that.
A glimmer of hope.
Crown of Corrosion. From the depths below that accursed manor, a being of festering filth has emerged. It has infected a familiar face, but it threatens to erode the very foundations of our state. Plot quest. Destiny Manifest Leper. I do wonder if they ever were tempted to go make more of these, because this is like a corrupted leper, more or less. So if they were like, let's go do a Man-at-Arms next and things like that, or if they just did this because what the leper originally was. But this gives really good trinkets and has an ancestral coat, or ancestor's coat. So with that being like too good to pass up, I'm going to throw some people in treatment and go do that. But we also are still missing a Forlorn, so I'm going to grab him really quick. I do have a name for him, but I'll put that in later. We need a bunch of people in stress relief yet. So Joan, Damien, Sashimi. I think I'm fine with Garrison Axel yet. Then Kawasaki's disease on Chillchuck. That's the wrong one. Alright. Let's see if I have a team I'm comfortable fighting him with, and I don't really want to use some of the same people I've been using. Alright, so this is gonna get a little janky, but I didn't have another person to put in here that had like a fire mechanic that was available. Like Joan right now is in treatment because she's still afflicted. So we're still gonna be going at the Rotten King just because of all of his drops that I want. Like he gives me more than the Ancestor's Coat. There's a whole like 4 trinkets he gives for beating him, I think, on top of that, which are really, really good. So we're going to be going at that. We're going to be going in with Reynald the Crusader. He's going to have Smite for some damage, just for like finishing things off. I'm not sure if he's going to count as Unholy, so I'm not really counting on using that too much. We're going to be building up damage with Zealous Accusation with the fire attacks. Battle Heal for emergency heal, and Holy Lance to get back in place, because I'm pretty sure that he has a knockback. Then I have Mace of Insidious Plague for emergency healing if I get knocked to Death's Door and on action healing, and the Crescendo Box for extra speed and extra damage. We then have Aoi, the Marauder. She's kind of our fill-in here and a healer. just because of the broken horn, but I have pillage on her just because it's damage versus size 2, and he is a size 2. We also have enrage to up her damage, armor piercing, and speed. Reign of Riches isn't going to be as big of a thing here just because we're not going to be finding anything. It's a one-room fight. And then I don't think I'm going to be able to stun him, but I might be able to get his speed down. And then I threw Profane Skull on for the plus damage and crit. The monster kill is not going to be a thing. We then have Brunhild, the Salamander, who's going to be using Flame Cut, so plus damage receive. Then I have a bunch of other moves that are just like getting her back in place where I want her, so Grappling Claw, Pile Bunk if I really need it to, which is also one of our higher damage moves, so I'm kind of hoping to get to use this. And then I'll shuffle her into a spot and then Sweep Kick to maybe put on a Bleed. We then have the Hag's Spices, so plus debuff chance for the fire attack, and Ancestor's Candle for dodge and damage. So this 27 dodge will actually be a little bit higher because I'm pretty sure there is light in there. And because I really need a healer in here, it was between her and Celeste. I decided to go for Rosemary, so we're going to use the same setup I've been using, Bottomless Pail and Conjure Manju. Let's go, because I don't get to use any camp or anything in here. So I don't remember if he uses any Blight. I'm sure as hell going to take some. Gonna take all the holy water I can, Laudanum. Actually, I'm gonna take some shard dust here because then AoE can build up in rage. While it might look a bit different now, remember that it was once a leper. So there's a little bit of a mechanic that you can use for this fight if you want, where I think if you hit the rotting cultists here, you actually heal them. If he hits them, he takes them out, like if they go to 0 health. So he has 363 health, ignores stealth, guard, and protection. He's kind of nasty. So we are going to Holy Water right off the bat. Yeah, minus 7 to 14, but I'm just gonna go straight at him. I'm gonna use that time to build up that fire attack debuff. Then we're gonna Zealous Accusation. Since he gets to a round, that's gonna kind of fall off. Then because of this, we're gonna build up the, well, I guess we're not gonna get any blight off on him, but we're gonna build up the healing. And he's gonna chop these guys down. It's really hard to get even one of them to stay alive with his 2 attacks.
Faint hope blossoms.
And then I'm actually going to use Enrage twice on her. Or maybe 3 times. For the extra damage and the extra armor piercing.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Just so that she can kind of shred the damage on him. Because we're going to use pillage on him because he's size 2. And then burn, baby, burn. I know that it's not going to add up to... Oh boy, we can't use Celestial Javelin. We're going to build up protection here.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Good thing we had a block. And that 0 is just because Mace of Insidious Plague there. Debuff is minus healing received for the entire battle. That's kind of bad. And yeah, I think this knocks us back. Thought I could stun too, but I might be mistaken there. So how much does this hit for now? Up to 44. Yeah, we'll roll with it. Now we're going to heal him up. Come kindness. Sweep kick forward so we can pile bunker next, because we'll still use Flame Gout. We'll pile bunker if she gets in front for whatever reason. like that. Holy Lance. We're not stunning, so concuss will only do like damage and whatnot. Well, sweep kick. I'll Comet's Kindness to heal. Oh, I can't do. I can do Enrage one more time. We're gonna Enrage one more time here. So otherwise, what I'd want to do would kind of screw me up. I mean, the extra speed is gonna screw me up anyway, but whatever. Smite. Yeah, we'll just go for the damage at this point because I've kind of screwed myself with the fire attack debuff.
A hand's breadth.
Come on, heal.
Unwound.
Nope. Okay. Well, now we can concuss. We're not gonna stun him, but we'll get her forward. Comet's Kindness. Heal Reynold.
A death denied. For now.
Flame Gout. Just keep doing that Perishing Purge there, I guess. Oh,
Teetering on the brink,
she did not move. That's
facing the
not
abyss.
great. Battle Heal.
As life ebbs,
What is her move resistance?
vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
$105. That's why she's not moving. Okay, we're gonna concuss just because. Otherwise she might bite it. And then we're gonna sweep kick
A decisive
just because a Hue could do bad things. And then we're gonna Holy Lance. Yeah, bet he would have taken her out. Okay, so we're going to Glimmering Butterfly on you. I doubt you're going to need to get healed again. And then Comet's Kindness on Brunhild. Owie. Well, now I get to play games. How hard does Pile Bunker hit? Up to 21 with 20% crit. And I shuffle myself to the back. Comet's Kindness yourself. Concuss. Good thing I planned for people, like,
and now
moving.
the true test. Hold fast or expire.
And then we are going to smite. Owie.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
That's not going off. Sweep kick. Pillage. Have a chance to take him out.
Prodigious.
Took him out. Very good chunk of his health there with that crit for a 77 hit. And then these are what I wanted. So we got a ruby, so a little bit of gold. And we got the Festering Blade for the Leper. 30% damage on melee skills, minus 12 speed, so he probably will always be going last on attack hit. Self 3 damage, 50% chance. It's part of the set. So you can equip any of these three for the set. This is the only thing that's Leper only though. Then, Necros Visage. Plus 1 accuracy and 2 crit chance per 10% missing HP. Plus 10 accuracy and 20% crit on Death's Door. Minus 100% stress relief done from crits. Anyone can equip that, by the way. So like Reynold, would have the plus 10 accuracy, 20% crit chance right now. And then Crown of Corrosion, plus 50% max HP. If the hero was hit, minus 3 HP. So that could trigger Death's Door into Death Below. I shouldn't say that. I think that can. A lot of trinkets that do this can trigger Death Blow. It's like a 50-50. Some people put in safeties on that, and I'm not sure that this has the safety. Even the harshest forms of rot cannot decay the horrors of the mind. For the set, you get Ignore, Stealth, Guards, and Protection. The same things he was getting, but also minus 50% healing received. So it's a really good set to have. And then we also got the Ancestor's Coat for doing it, on top of the 15,000 gold and the 8 busts. I'd say that was worth it. Going out of our way for it. And then everyone hit level 6. Harry got slow reflexes, so minus 1 speed, but also got Beast Slayer. And Brunhild got Luminous, so plus 2 speed and a 5 dodge. I will be locking that in.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
How many Koban do we actually have? So, once again, this is one of the ones where it's like, I really would like to get both of these, but we can get Koban from just doing the Sunward Isle quest, and I probably will be getting more. And the one we got is level 0, so it would be nice to just upgrade him to level 4 right now. Get the estate upgraded, especially because then I wouldn't have to spend all of that gold. I think I'm going to pay the 25 Koban for that upgrade. Then, I believe that our practitioner is already level 4, yeah. That was fun. I really do like the Manifest Destiny quest there. Like I said, I'm really interested to know if they ever did plan, because that's kind of an older mod now, I think, at this point in time, if they ever did plan on doing like a Hellion, a Shield Breaker, things like that, or even an Abomination would have been really cool. Now that that's done, I think it's time to go back to just looking around and leveling stuff up, I think. So now that I can, I think I want to level up Celiba, and I have a little bit of an idea on what I want to do next with her. So this could get interesting, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Vigo as a healer, and then we're just going to kind of AoE everything down with what we have. That'll be the plan, I think, is just next time leveling some apprentice people up, seeing what we can do, and go from there. So it really helps at the channel if you like the video. If you like it, dislike it. If you dislike it, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.